Will Jose Martinez make it to the fifth round of the World Cup in Goa, India? He's made a strong claim to that by winning his first game with the black pieces against Alexey Sarana. He now has the white pieces and will surely try to push here, and a draw would be more than enough for him. What a tournament he's having. He's eliminated Nodirbek Abdusattorov in this tournament, Jose Martinez, and now Alexey Sarana, who's representing Serbia with an ELO of 2675. Definitely a very strong opponent. He comes in, a handshake, and we are ready to go. The players are ready, and let's go. He opens the game with pawn to e4 here, and Sarana responds back with the Sicilian, and which is generally the right option when you are in a must win. But Jose has shown that he likes to play the Sicilian Alapin. He played that against Nodirbek in the second game. Knight to c6, and now pawn to c3. We have the Alapin on the board. Knight comes out to f6, attacking the pawn in the center. e5 played here, and the knight jumps into d5, right into the center of the board, and pawn comes up to d4. Pawn takes pawn. Bishop to c4, attacking the knight here, and knight to b6. The bishop is attacked. The bishop drops back to b3, and now d6. Now remember, if you take on c3, I take back with the knight and have a very good position. So d6, e takes d6 taken, queen takes back on d6, and Jose now simply castles. He's still okay with the fact if you take here on c3, it's his preparation, and Sarana makes a big error by pushing the pawn. He takes roughly 7 to 8 minutes. Now here the best move is bishop e6, and that's fine, but d3 doesn't look good, because now knight a3, you can see the knight is threatening here. If you play a6, I get bishop e3, I get knight g5, knight e4. It's basically the pawn on d3 is not well placed. Bishop f5, he's trying to defend the pawn, but what about this knight b5 idea? What is Sarana doing? Queen is attacked, knight c7 check is threatened. He plays queen d7, but now bishop f4. Looking here, finds it, bishop to f4, threatening a check. Rook c8 played, but now this is a big error, because there is an insane tactic. Knight e5 I want to play, but the knight controls it. Can I deflect this knight somehow? That's the big question. And of course you can. Knight takes a7, an amazing sacrifice by Martinez here. Knight takes a7, taken, and now knight jumping into e5. If you take bishop f7, it should be possible as well, but knight e5 is so much stronger. And now queen to b5. The queen comes out, and you can play a4, but you can also take on f7 with the bishop. The king has to move to d8. Where's the finishing shot is the big question. Well, one of the things that you can do here is come back with your bishop, threatening. He does that, threatening knight f7 check. He comes back to e8, and now maybe a move like rook e1, just calmly improving the position. a4 also makes sense. He repeats. Well, it's a conundrum for Jose Martinez here. He's winning, but he just needs a draw to qualify. Should he take a draw? Should he try for a win? Because there's, like, say, king e8, there's a move like g4 here. The bishop has to go back. I mean, I can even play g4 here. Rook e1, it's very powerful. But for now, king is on e8, and Jose calls the arbiter. He says, I'm claiming a draw, but maybe it's only happening for the second time, I believe. So it should be an incorrect claim. Just to show you guys how to win this position, first a4. Now the queen does not really have great squares to go to. Like for example, if queen c5, I just take on d3 with the knight, opening this up. By the way, Jose stops the clock there. If queen a6, now g4, bishop e4, I have rook e1. If bishop d7, I go a5, trapping this knight. No knight c4, I have control over there. If knight d5, it's also a free piece. You have to go back knight a8, but then I mean I have multiple ways to win. Queen f3 is one. Just getting all the pieces into the game should be good enough. Even c4 with the idea of taking on d3. So these are the possible ways in which you can play for a win here. King e8, bishop f7. But as you see, a wrong claim there. The arbiter is giving extra minute on the clock to black for the wrong claim made by white. And yeah, for Jose, it's a matter of nerves here. You know, like when you know that you are qualifying with a draw, should you take it? Should you play on? I mean, it's a +4 or +4 position. So king d8 played here by Sarana, and now he comes back bishop b3, and here maybe it's a good time to claim a draw. It's already threefold. Maybe this time it's Sarana who can claim a draw. Yeah, he writes down king e8, and he calls the arbiter that this is the threefold repetition. King e8 now played, and yeah, this is a draw. And Jose draws this winning position but qualifies to the 5th round of the World Cup, where he will take on the winner of Pentala Harikrishna and Nils Grandelius. What a performance by this youngster from Mexico, originally from Peru, now representing Mexico. It's a huge achievement for the youngster to move into the 5th round. How far will he go? Will he make it to the candidates? That's the big question. The entire South America, Latin America is rooting for him, and hopefully he'll be able to do well. For now, huge congratulations to Jose Martinez.